So what actually happened with Jack Doohan's crash in FP2 Japan? Let's talk DRS, drag and downforce in Jamna's F1 classroom. DRS stands for Drag Reduction System, and this was introduced in 2011, and it's the movable flap on the rear wing of an F1 car. When the DRS is open, this will reduce aerodynamic drag, increasing top speeds by about 20 kilometers per hour, so it really does aid overtaking. However, there are a couple of rules. To enable DRS, the drivers will click the DRS button on their steering wheel. However, this can only be done when they are within 1 second of the driver in front of them, and also typically after 2 racing laps. However, this is different for when there's bad weather. It really is up to the race director and their discretion. So what happened with Jack Doohan in turn 1 at Suzuka, and why did he crash? So if you look at turn 1 here, it's at the end of a DRS zone, so that flap would be open, reducing aerodynamic drag. Now, at other circuits at the end of a DRS zone, the drivers are approaching a harsher corner. They're naturally going to be lifting or braking, closing that DRS flap. However, Suzuka turn 1 is flat out. Drivers are not automatically lifting and they're not braking. They have to manually close their DRS via the button on their steering wheel. It has been confirmed that Jack didn't do this. And this is why we see DRS zones on the straights, because it reduces the aerodynamic drag, creating those top speeds, but it also reduces the downforce, and downforce is needed, particularly in the corners, to stick the car to the ground. In Jack's case, he was just carrying way too much speed going into turn 1 with the DRS open and him manually forgetting to close it, that unfortunately he just lost that downforce and couldn't keep it on the track. So now you know what DRS means and how it impacts both drag and downforce.